Francis Beaumont, John Fletcher by Charles Lamb. Maid's Tragedy. One characteristic of the excellent old poets is their being able to bestow grace upon subjects which naturally do not seem susceptible of any. I will mention two instances: Zelmane in the Arcadia of Sidney and Helena in the All's Well That Ends Well of Shakespeare. What can be more unpromising at first sight than the idea of a young man disguising himself in woman's attire and passing himself off for a woman among women, and that for a long space of time? Yet Sir Philip has preserved so matchless a decorum that neither does Priocle's manhood suffer any stain for the effeminacy of Zelmane, nor is the respect due to the princesses at all diminished when the deception comes to be known. In the sweetly constituted mind of Sir Philip Sidney, it seems as if no ugly thought or unhandsome meditation could find a harbor. He turned all that he touched into images of honor and virtue. Helena in Shakespeare is a young woman seeking a man in marriage. The ordinary rules of courtship are reversed, the habitual feelings are crossed. Yet with such exquisite address this dangerous subject is handled, that Helena's forwardness loses her no honor, delicacy dispenses with its laws in her favor, and nature, in her single case, seems content to suffer a sweet violation. Aspasia, in the Maid's Tragedy, is a character equally difficult, with Helena, of being managed with grace. She too is a slighted woman, refused by the man who had once engaged to marry her. Yet it is artfully contrived that while we pity we respect her, and she descends without degradation. Such wonders true poetry and passion can do, to confer dignity upon subjects which do not seem capable of it. But Aspasia must not be compared at all points with Helena. She does not so absolutely predominate over her situation, but she suffers some diminution, some abatement of the full luster of the female character, which Helena never does. Her character has many degrees of sweetness, some of delicacy, but it has PG 63 weakness, which, if we do not despise, we are sorry for. After all, Beaumont and Fletcher were but an inferior sort of Shakespeare's and Sidney's. Philaster, the character of Bellario, must have been extremely popular in its day. For many years after the date of Philaster's first exhibition on the stage, scarce a play can be found without one of these women pages in it, following in the train of some pre-engaged lover, calling on the gods to bless her happy rival, his mistress, whom no doubt she secretly curses in her heart, giving rise to many pretty equivokes by the way on the confusion of sex, and either made happy at last by some surprising turn of fate, or dismissed with the joint pity of the lovers and the audience. Don has a copy of verses to his mistress, dissuading her from a resolution which she seems to have taken up from some of these scenical representations, of following him abroad as a page. It is so earnest, so weighty, so rich in poetry, in sense, in wit and pathos, that it deserves to be read as a solemn close in future to all such sickly fancies as he there deprecates.